Hey, welcome to Tea with Tom and Tom.
Oh my God, we're in.
Just wanted to throw Alice under the bus and get started.
Okay.
I say good to be back from Paris, where I was watching Roland Garros, French Masters. So some cracking tennis.
I was going to say that's tennis for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Brought back the treats.
Sour Strumpfs.
Smurfs.
And now I feel like I can play like Rafael Nadal. Probably can't.
Probably, yeah.
But extra motivated. But we had a monster week last week that I wasn't around for. There was lots going on, I felt like. Dash. I missed out on the dash.
I love the dash actually. Always good laughs with the running crew. And then Donato. We did Donato Steps boot camp Friday night. And then only three were brave enough to go in the sea. Mm-hmm. And then we got fish and chips afterwards. So that was
and then
nice.
well done on the Sunday morning crew.
Oh yeah, around Kirk Hill.
The Sunday session around Kirk Hill.
Yeah.
Very good effort. I love when you guys organise to meet up and do things. That's, the support comes from.
That's part of the community. It's so, like if you're going for a run, pop it in the chat, see if anyone wants to join you. You know, I always think that's a great way of getting yourself out, but also getting chat and having fun. And also Craig doing Saturdays, West Hill and Westbury. He had a good couple of sessions.
Yeah, and got more good feedback on Danny.
Yeah, with Dan, of course he was with Danny.
So we need to finish our plan. So I'll give Craig a call actually, see how that went down.
He said he was really good, I saw.
What is happening with the dash though? Like it's quieter. What is it in my head? It's such a good thing to get involved in. That is fun, social. There is pressure.
So you're basically saying you're disappointed because there were only 8 people at the dash on Thursday, which does seem quite low. We probably started around about 20.
We had more in the winter.
I think what happened was we did it a couple of days before Balmoral, so a few people
That
didn't
was
do
it.
And I wonder if that's
People lose momentum.
People have lost momentum. It's so good. Like honestly, there was such good energy on Thursday night. Everyone was buzzing. So many people got PBs as well, which is
there's always PBs happening, but this is great because it's your accountability.
Yeah.
So people are like, I need a race or I need something to keep me going, keep accountable for. This is it.
I have no idea why it was so quiet because it was a beautiful evening. Although it had been some people were saying, it was raining during the day, and they've already made comments because the next dash is just after Saltire.
Ooh, we can maybe change it.
Well, when there's no
beginning of July.
But so it's on Thursday just after Saltire. Then you've got Metro 10K on the Friday evening.
Yeah, we'll maybe change that day.
Oh, I don't know. It's risky when you start changing things, Tom.
Oh yeah, when? The issue is when. Like, when would we fit in the calendar? Unless, because it's lighter in the evenings, we just make it a later evening. Like, I could do West Hill one evening and then boom, go
What, so do it
across.
on a Wednesday? No.
Wednesday, Monday, whenever, or a Tuesday, or anytime after boot camp, just for that one, just to accommodate the fact that Saltire and.
Okay, but it would still be the same week, would it? Or...
No, different week.
Oh, different. Oh.
So like say we'd maybe do one beginning in July, end of July, or we could even do back-to-back weeks, just for a challenge. Throw it there, because the more we get into the dash, the more I want to see it evolve as a run. Like, it'd be cool to do an away day.
And it also makes me think about events and upcoming events. Few people say they don't get enough notice for the things that are coming up, the Balmedy Beach training, social runs. But that's why we try to keep things a bit more consistent. So I've tried to put all the dates for the social runs out. We know at the moment that the dash is the last Thursday of every month, just so that the members know that. The other events can sometimes just be a bit more sporadic anyway, with calendars and weather. And there is a run in Duke this Sunday at 10 a.m. Is there anything else happening this Sunday, Tom?
Alice said to me the other day, I'm turning 38 on Sunday. Alice said to me the other day, she said, Tom, you are 12 years away from turning 50. I was like, that really sinks in, doesn't it?
What I was saying is we've probably got friends who are going to retire at 50, and do you feel like we're going to retire in 12 years time?
This is off the back of chat of last week's video.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I didn't like last week's video because it was all up in the air, but that's honestly where our heads were. And we're still navigating the mess of that chat with Nicole. Not like in a good way, just try to figure out what's next and, make things work. And I'm not going to talk about it too much here, otherwise we'll go off on the same tangent we went last week where we don't really know. But we will touch on that again more. It's definitely talking about it behind the scenes. Alice and I have had a few heated discussions about it today. Yeah. The nice thing about our heated discussions are they're not really heated. like we're figuring out the same problem. Like we want the same things, we're just not sure on the best way to do it, and we both approach it slightly differently.
And yeah, I when people say what's it like working with your brother, I'm like, oh, it's great because you can literally say anything to each other. Like you can really hurt each other's feelings. Like that's not what happens, but we can have super heated debates where we're on opposite scales and we've just got different ideas of how we want things to run, and then the next day it's like, oh hey Tom, how's it going? Like neither of us hold a grudge. I think because we're both siblings, like we're just used to that, like
you wipe the slate clean, and then you carry on the next day,
try again and go again until we get to a happy place where we're both like, oh yeah, okay, we've got it.
And there's trust involved because we both want the same thing. So even if it's not the way I'd necessarily do it, I trust that Alice is thinking the same as me in terms of Rebel. So it's never too bad. But what we can touch upon from last week is part of our challenge was we need more members. We need more members. We're going to be focusing on more members. We're going to talk about the referral scheme over the next couple of weeks. We're going to push it more on emails. We're going to encourage you to bring your friends down, help us get the word out. Because what we realize is not as many people have heard of Rebel as we think they have.
Oh, we hope, yeah.
And also, how do you get them thinking about Rebel when they want to use Rebel? So if you're talking to a friend and they're like, oh, I want to get fit, or I need to change things up a little bit, I'm going to join a gym. Like, how do we put Rebel in that same frame of mind where they're like, oh, I'm thinking about joining Rebel?
And also, it's like, I was speaking to a member last week and they were like, oh, I knew I wanted to come to Rebel for years, but I just wanted to know someone who already went. So as soon as I found that person, then you can, and we're like, oh, how can we shorten that gap?
Like, how do we make Rebel a viable option for people to think, all right, this is where I want to try it for a free trial? So it's a 90-day plan is what we're thinking. We want to try and get plus 30 members across 90 days. So that's including cancellations. Obviously, we get a couple cancellations a week. Just natural, people moving on. A lot of prams, because that's quite short term for some people going back to work. People moving, people just mixing things up themselves. All normal, but we want a plus 30 at the end of the 90 days. So we're going to put a chart on the wall, follow it through. That's our plan.
And that'll get us back up to 300 members, which I think is the goal.
Yeah, roughly. So yeah, support us with that. We'll tell you how.
Oh, we've already mentioned, leave us a review on Google.
Leave us a review on Google. I keep
meaning to talk about it at the end of
Sarah Gibbon, shout out, who watches all of these as well, message said, I went to leave you a review on Google and I'd already done it. Like, it was like 5 or 9 years ago. Ali, go have a quick check now. Live update. Let's see if anyone's left us a review.
I don't even know. To be honest,
I don't think we get updates.
How do you even leave?
You just see. This will be embarrassing when we realise no one's done it. Tiago, who also watches these, seen you left a review. 25
reviews. That's the same as last week. But yeah, Tiago was the last one. Oh no, they're not in.
You can do newest.
So Tiago.
Tiago was 7 months ago. Thanks. No, unprompted as well. 5 I feel like
stars.
That was
5 stars. Thank you, Tiago.
So yeah, that's it. Anyway, we're 8 minutes in, and honestly, I've tried to be more organised because, like I say, last week's video was a mess and all over the place. I've got 3 points that I want to talk about. 24
entries closed yesterday. We're absolutely buzzing. 381 sign-ups we had in the end.
Break it down for us, Ali.
We've got 110 24-hour.
Can I get a number crunch real quick?
Number crunch. 110 24-hour soloists, 92 in small teams, 74 people in large teams, 36 signed up to 12-hour solo, 24 in the small team, 12 hours, and then 45 signed up to the 6-hour solo. So,
and I'm buzzing for the numbers. Numbers are different colours for each race.
The race numbers, that you get.
Yeah, it's going to have your name on it, unless you're a team.
Then it's got your team
If it's your team, it's got your team name on it. How much does that cost? Just throw it out there. Let's see it. This is where you get an insight into costs and things.
It's probably double price. I think the price, but race number is maybe £400, something like that.
£400. So £1 a person for the race number.
Yeah, I would say it was about 400. Yeah, it's double.
Including VAT.
Do you know what, Tom? I've pulled that number out of hat, so I can't.
Okay, we don't know what the price is.
They have sent me a quote.
This is what sums up our business.
But it was. We thought it was cool if we made a bit more of a thing with having the numbers on and things for it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they've just sent us an invoice. 311. It's 311. They've just. They must have heard us. So I guess 400. Cross your fingers.
I think that seems cheap.
£155.
What, Ali? Why didn't we do this before? Are you sure that's it? Because we looked at it before, and the reason why we didn't do it and we didn't do the colours was because of the pricing. Now we're questioning if we've got the right order in. Right, let's move on from
I've
that.
ordered 4 race numbers.
That didn't go nearly as smoothly as I thought it would on this video. Another little insight into behind the scenes.
Yeah, so the jobs we've got to do for Saltire 24, we're going to start packing chocolate. It's getting really
Shout
getting
out
into
Mackey's.
Mackey's. Whoop whoop. Thank you, Yvette. We're getting into that exciting time when we look at race packs. Tom's going to be sending out volunteer packs soon. We've got the t-shirts to lay out and put in size order.
All the setup, and week before we'll be putting the course out, marking it. We've got bits we need to puzzle out, like there's a crossover in the course.
Not that crossover again. Just bangs on about this bloody crossover.
That's one of my jobs, Alice. Crowd management.
What's next on your list?
Next on the list, highlights of the week.
I think I've
Last
spoken
week?
about mine already. The
Mine was Paris.
to Nottingham.
What's happening this week? Anything?
Run and Duke Sunday.
Run and Duke
10
Sunday,
a.m.
said that already. Perfect.
Yeah, 10 a.m. 15 minutes out along the prom, 15 minutes back, and then Duke for anyone fancies will get a coffee as well.
I've not pressed record. Full tilt tonight.
Full tilt, Duthie Park. Yeah. I actually did tell whoever was there last Monday about this week's class because I was super excited about it. It is intervals. It's 1K intervals. It's going to be absolutely brutal. And not only that, but the idea is you get faster and faster each one. I'm going to give everyone 8 minutes to get round. If we need to, we shorten the distance. And you're going to do 5 laps. So you'll have done 5K by the end of the session. It's one of those sessions that maybe feels horrible when you're doing it, but when you finish, you're like, oh my God, that was ace. You've all done it together. You've all smashed it. If you need to drop the distance, brilliant. Drop the distance. That's absolutely
Here's
fine.
the challenge. Highest heart rate.
Highest heart rate.
Off the back of the chat from a couple of weeks ago where we spoke about how hard are you working at boot camp, which more people paid attention to. That was I love chatting to everyone about that during class where they'd look at their watch and be like, oh, actually, is this something I'm taking seriously? Have you not watched it two videos ago?
Yeah.
Or maybe share it in the notes.
How to look at the... but yeah, there's been a lot of chat in the Duthie group about what is it and what are we going to be doing and is it going to be hard? And then...
Yes, it's going to be hard. That's the point of you coming down. We're here to push you, help you step out your comfort zone. If you're not showing up, why are you coming down?
But
that's my question.
Dawn's comment was best, which was a share of a reel, which was
funny.
My toxic trait is complaining at my gym class for 45 minutes, but then it being the best part of my day. And we're like, yes.
Always the best part of our day as
always,
well.
yeah. So
Ali, go strike a pose because what happens is I always try and take a cover photo and I have to flick through it, but if I just know we've smiled, then I'm going to take that.
3, 2, 1.
Done. All right, we're done. Catch you guys later on.
See ya.